Welcome, dear Sacred Hearts. I'm Monica Bermudez, an intuitive quantum energy healer and a light language channeler. Welcome to those who are this twin flame star seeds. In this love wisdom message channeled through my Sacred Heart, I now wish to relay a message from Archangel Michael in relation to your twin flame heart and related to the 2022 year and beyond, and where we're heading with all these energies. And so we are just now starting in 2022, and let me just talk a little bit about astrology, as I love to interweave some of the energies of the intuitive astrology in the mix of my messages, because they all correlate and they have significance in the way things are moving with the energies and what it is that you're feeling. So I have been also supporting a lot of the ascension report, and just feeling it in my body and relaying it to others to let you know that you're not alone with anything that you're feeling at this time with these energies, because they have been very quantum, and we are very much in this quantum energy field for the years to come, and will probably last for another 3 years or so that my guides have been also sharing with me. And so this month itself, we are in a Venus retrograde till January 29th, and we're also in Mercury retrograde. And so when a planet is in retrograde mode, that's usually going inside and going within yourself, in your own soul, in your own heart, and searching within, and really just unplugging and releasing and just reflecting. And with the Venus energy, it's all about the heart, and the Mercury is about communication, but it is more of the mental energy. So what I feel with these two planets is that it's about the heart and mind coming together and having an internal communication with yourself. And the heart, there's going to be a lot of reflection on the romantic relationships, if you've had from your past relationships. And with that, of course, with that reflection, it also comes this awareness and this healing aspect that, is ready to release certain aspects that have been lingering or attached within your own heart. And so this is a perfect time to use this time to really reflect on all that, but really just not focus so much on it that, it'll cause pain. So it's a matter of learning how to let go and being aware of those lessons from the past relationships. Especially though, if you're on this twin flame journey and you're really wanting to waken up to this whole thing about twin flames and learning about it, for the first time. And this is really where it all starts. And I really do focus a lot on the heart, and I call it the sacred heart because it is a huge aspect of our soul, and it is a very sacred and holy space. And so this, it's been my experience with it, and I've had so much, deep awakenings within the heart itself. And so that's where the message leads into with your twin flame heart itself, and the connections of what it is that it all starts within, to really heal a lot of your internal wounds of your own heart. And some of these may even go back into past lives that you may have shared with your twin soul, where you've had, many sacrifices or many instances where you've each had your own trauma and your own pain. So when we're in this third dimensional frequency of energies here on this earth, everything just seems so separated, right? But really the separation is an illusion, and so is time. And with the energies that we are now shifting into, we're shifting into these higher dimensions and these higher frequencies, which means that things will move at a much faster pulsating rate. And all of that really boils down to really being present in your own heart center itself. And with that, the twin flame heart is composed of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And so actually, in every part of the chakras are really composed of that, but it's really, like, for me, it's really starting at the heart and then it just helps put the other chakras in its place as well. And so with that, like for instance, my journey, right, when I first started working a lot with my heart, what really triggered me into my own soul purpose business, because the twin flame energy really connects with your soul mission and your soul purpose. And what really, got me into this path of the heart is that I really dug deep inside of myself to really clear a lot of the ancestral and karmic situations in relation to my romantic relationship. When I went through my divorce, I really started looking back, reflecting on all the romantic relationships that I had, and really looking within myself to really clean up and purify as much as I could. And the more that I did, the more that my heart just started to feel and compose, put itself in its place and together. So I was harnessing too much of the masculine energy, and it's not divine masculine energy, it's like the old third dimensional masculine energy. And when I started to really work more with my divine feminine, that's when it also sparked the divine masculine energy, and it was all being resurfaced within my heart. So they all blended together and came together, and so they work together inside of you. You become yourself whole. You make yourself whole. Now we all have the ability to have the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy, and it has nothing to do with your physical gender, right? So you could be anybody. You could be harnessing, your own masculine, more so the masculine energy or the feminine energy. But the key is really to just be aware of this energy within your own heart and really feel into it. And the more you connect with your heart, you will start to see which energy is going which way. And so with the divine feminine energy that is rising, which is really rising in the whole planet, but it's also rising in us individually, it's also going to bring in that divine masculine energy itself, because they're both needed. And when they work together, you create this, you have much stronger creative force inside of you, and it builds this union, this completion, and this strength. And it's the strength and trust in your own soul purpose mission and what you come to do, a determination and a willpower to really step out there and move forward to really fulfill this. Now, Archangel Michael is all about purpose, right? So with this purpose, of course, this is why Archangel Michael is very supportive of twin flame unions if this is in your soul contract. Okay, so the key is, if this is in your soul contract, then you will feel it, you will know. It will be like a calling within your own heart, which again, like I said, is connected to your soul. So it's really calling of your soul, calling of your heart, of this union. And in this very reason that Archangel Michael is supporting all of this, especially now for 2022, I feel a lot. Now 2022 and beyond are very powerful years for this twin flame energy, the twin flame heart, as well as the twin flame union, if that is in your soul contract agreement. And what I mean by soul contract agreement is, if this is something that you signed up with your twin before incarnating into this lifetime to make a physical union with each other, to come together for a purpose and a reason to serve in a higher mission. And so that's what Archangel Michael is about. So if it's tied to your soul purpose, your soul mission, then this is your union, this is your time. And if that's, where Archangel Michael can support you with these energies. However, those energies start within yourself first. Is you make yourself complete and whole. Okay, it's not because somebody else makes you complete on the external side, which is, terminology that I use is love and dependence, which is the opposite of codependency. So you're not dependent on somebody else's love. You're not dependent on somebody else's approval. You're not dependent on somebody else accepting you. You're not depending on someone telling your worth, because you're telling yourself all of this and rebuilding yourself through your own self-love, your self-care, and you restore your own worth. You restore your own acceptance, and you accept every aspect of yourself before anything else. And you build upon your heart that way, and in an awakened state, and bringing in those twin flame energies of being the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy, because that is where this new earth is heading, is into this ascension energy. And it's really important that we restore our heart and rebalance our heart in the state that we are meant to be. That is our divine birthright, to be in the state of love, to be in a state of joy. And so we are being called, for those who star season light workers out there, to really align yourself into a balance within yourself, into these energies, and bringing forth that attractive force and that strength of your own heart. Call it the twin flame heart, the strength, and bring it into an alchemical wedding, which is another form of saying twin flame union with the divine feminine and divine masculine coming together in this divine marriage or alchemical matrimony. Many ancients have talked about this, and many instances of the alchemists who used to hide in the medieval times because of they were persecuted by religion. If they were outside the norms of the religious belief, they would hide their symbolism through a lot of paintings. And so they talked a lot about the alchemical wedding, and the philosopher's stone is all related to all of this. But before that, even a lot of the ancient philosophers like Plato, from like 400 BCE or so before Christ, also talked about the twin flames. And so this is a Greek philosopher, and he got a lot of his knowledge through the ancient Egyptians schools, which were also knowledge from Atlantis, which then also came from Lemuria, and it then also came from the stars. So a lot of this is interconnected, is in the universe, message of it. And so another phrase, for twin flames, your ultimate soulmate. And again, this is all, if it resonates for you, if, always use a discerning heart as well. It's a very important thing to, your heart is a very important instrument for a lot of things in your life. And most of all, your twin flame union. And so I have pulled up some cards in relation to this from the Archangel Michael Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and just a message from Archangel Michael in relation to the twin flame heart, the twin flame journey. But before I jump in, I want to share that I'm launching my first group quantum activation program that I'm so excited about, and it's launching January 29th, and it's on the day that Venus goes direct. And so that means it's forward movement with the heart and really restoring the heart. So we're going to be harnessing a lot of that energy using the light language channeled through me. And this will definitely, the activation will be about bringing the heart together, but also it will be a rippling effect throughout your whole body as well. And so by restoring the heart, it will also assist with anything else in your whole body on top of that. So please join me for this activation program. You'll find the link in my description below, and I look forward to connecting with you there. So now, with these oracle cards that have come up, the first one says, pay attention to your dreams. And so this one, pay attention to your dreams. So what Archangel Michael is saying, to pay close attention to your dreams at this time, because there's a lot of messages and symbolism there related to your twin flame heart, to your twin flame journey or union. And just to share, for me, like when I first discovered about my twin flame, what led me on the road of the twin flame journey is that I had the most intense, vivid dream where I did connect with him, and I saw him very clearly in my dream. But I didn't know what it was all about. And then I ended up with information that it was my twin flame. And so that's what led me on this path forward. And so I am very passionate about working with the twin flame energy and the twin flame heart, which is another word of saying for your awakening of your own heart, and putting it all together for that reason. And it's such an important instrument. So I wanted to share that bit of information. So Archangel Michael's emphasizing on that right now, as we are, all these energies of 2022 and beyond, all these quantum energies. And the second card that came up was trust. Trust. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. So this could mean that, first of all, to trust yourself, trust where your heart is leading you. It could be also trusting the person who may be your twin flame, or your, ultimate soulmate. But of course, always listen with this discerning heart, and don't just follow your heart GPS, as I would call it, which is your intuitive heart. And that is how our guides communicate, through our own heart in every way. So I will be posting some more messages in the future. If it's your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe and like the video and share with others this important message that wants to come through. And I will be sharing other transmissions as well on my YouTube channel, and other very important messages that want to come through from my guides for you at this time. And I am sending you all so much love. So bye for now.